So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next sport represented here in the studio, and that would be
Madison Minotaur rugby team member, Tim Loam.
Roar.
Is
that what the Minotaurs sound like?
Is that what you guys do on the field? Like,
it's a little louder than that.
Oh, yeah,
slightly.
okay.
I thought the question that preempted that was, what does a gay lion say?
Roar.
So welcome to Query. Welcome to Query, Tim.
Thank you for having me.
So Madison Minotaurs, tell us about rugby. Rugby is probably the sport that I would think most folks here are least familiar with.
Yeah, it's so rugby began in Ireland a long time ago, and really never took off in the States until about 60 years ago, and it's been growing steadily in popularity. It's now the fastest growing contact sport in the world, and a huge part of its recent popularity in the past decade or so has been mostly through gay teams associated with IGRAB, which is the International Gay Rugby Association.
is that really
Board.
what it's called?
That's really what it's called.
IGRAB?
No,
At
I
least you
didn't.
don't have to wear kilts anymore.
Right? So besides clever acronyms, we also like to play the sport, and we've seen a massive increase in the number of active clubs in the United States ever since IGRAB started about 10 years ago. So I never get sick of saying that.
So the one thing I lived in England for a year, and they watch rugby a lot in England. And the one thing I noticed is that is a tough sport. Now, do you guys play full out like that? Like, am I gonna leave with bloody nose and you know?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I mean, you can't see it, but there's like my legs are covered in bruises right now.
okay.
Per
Feel
ball.
free to show
maybe
us.
maybe after, you know.
Oh, okay,
But
excellent.
so yeah, no, it's it's a tough physical game. Bloody noses. Our last game in Chicago, in which we beat both of the teams we played.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah, so that game ended with two players actually bleeding from like their head. They got gashes and stuff
Oh,
like
lovely.
that. So it can happen.
So it's important to have good health insurance if you're going to be a Madison Minotaur.
Absolutely.
Tell us about the mission of the Madison Minotaurs.
Well, our mission is really just to represent the LGBT community locally and internationally through the sport of rugby, and to create a space where everybody feels safe to learn the sport and play it.
I don't know if it's safe to play it.
Well,
It'll never be safe
that's
to
just
play
the thing. With a game that's that physically intense, you need to be surrounded by people you trust, and that's what our team is all about: is creating trust in between people to the point where they feel like they can run into a tough situation, maybe get tackled, maybe get taken down, and they'll have people right behind them ready to rock over, as we say.
Just like
and
a
support them.
family of Minotaurs.
Pretty much.
Tell us what kind of skills I need to play.
Well, we've got people of all skill levels. We've got people who've played for years. We've got people who are completely new to the sport. And, it helps to have some natural athletic ability, but it's not necessarily required. I think I'm living proof. So,
I think this is a sport for me, right, Rob Littell?
Do you look for people of all sizes to play?
Yeah,
Or is there definitely a
absolutely.
benefit in having stature?
The good thing about rugby is that there's enough specialized positions so that people who are very short. Was that a double entendre then? But
No, maybe.
there's
Making fun of short people now?
people of all sizes can fill in at various positions and play. Sienna, I didn't think
It's too bad
that
we
was
don't have a
funny.
female host here tonight to keep us in line. That's very, very
What'd I
true.
do?
But no, the long and short of it is that anybody can basically play regardless of size, physical condition, or even age. I've seen people in their early 60s play with like all the heart they can muster. So,
Where do you guys play?
well, generally we play when we play in town. We play over at the Cottage Grove Sports Complex, which is right next to Fireman's Park, out there. We also play at the Crossroads, which is nearby at the intersection of Highway 1218 and County AB. But we also play, around the country. We've played in St. Louis and Chicago so far this year, and then at the end of May we'll be going to Manchester.
Oh, wow.
In England to compete in the Bingham Cup.
You better learn English.
Now where those
Right. Oh, fear not.
Does your league hold any big stuff? Do you guys have any special events going on throughout the year that people can attend? Players, supporters?
Absolutely, yeah. So coming up on the 11th of May, we have a really big, exciting send-off party at Plan B, and that's going to be in conjunction with the New Harvest Foundation and the Shamrock Bar. We're going to have a big bash there. It's going to be really fun.
It's on May 11th?
May 11th, starting at 7 p.m.
Fantastic.
That's a Friday night, so be there if you can make it. And then we have our summer bash coming up this summer as well. No date has been set yet, but presumably it will be between June and August somewhere.
Sometime in summer. That's a good idea. Yeah. I get the name. If people want to learn more, like when the summer bash is in the summer, or just learn more about the league in general, where should they go?
Well, we update our Facebook page regularly, so if you just type in Madison Minotaurs on Facebook, you can find us there.
Can you spell Minotaur?
Yeah, I can. This is a common problem with a lot of people trying to
Fair
find
enough.
us. It is Minotaur. Minotaur. As in like Taurus.
Very nice.
Right.
Very nice.
So you can also go to our webpage. It's www.madisonminotaurs.com.